Sad to see it go, but in the same way, so happy to see it end in a successful fashion, which I would like to do against the Bricks today at home. Home finale after playing pretty good ball in the last 6 games following our little flub-a-dub against the Chuckers. Second half of the season has been very nice to us. We haven't had these same gut-wrenching games that we got in Game 6, Game 7, and Game 8. 11 was definitely a fun one. But here we go with the final game. We've already clinched the #1 seed in the Parks Conference and in the entire BBA. But you still want to go out on top, and you still want to go in hot into the playoffs. So let's get ourselves another pride win here against the Bricks, 5-12 in Game 16. So. I'm recording this on February 26th. That's like a day and and 2 months after I first started this playthrough, so that's a pretty good time, I feel like. Remember from last time, we're facing 2 Cornrows guys, Amir Khan being their stud. These other 2 guys, Arlene Perez and Hannah Peavy, aren't the hottest, but they're pretty good. Ricky Johnson's a good inside player, but he's going to be starting out on the Pine. So the Bricks definitely have some self-deprecating sense of humor, which I like. I always like having a self-deprecating sense of humor. I myself just got done with the b-ball game. We won by 11. It was a hotly contested game. 3 flagrant fouls for the other team. That's a lot. It was a pretty aggressive game to say the least, but we got the win. Stretch starts off. Getting the tip over, hopefully we're getting the tip over these guys. They're playing, short lineup, and after I remember from last time, Amir might have started the game with a lane like this against us last time. I think they play at, whatever that health club is. I forgot what that health club's called. Tonight's the All-Star game for the NBA. I am going to watch that, obviously, along with some college basketball. I believe some Pac-12 actions going on. I have Comcast here in my region of living, and we get some random Pac-12 games, and I'll just watch that. I'm not a huge Pac-12 guy in general, but I pretty much watch what's ever on, so I'll probably be hitting that up too tonight. But the All-Star game in the NBA, I do like it, definitely more than the Pro Bowl for basketball. Sorry about that. Got a subscription expired little notice. Those things always popping up when I just turn on the computer. But as far as the NBA All-Star game, it's definitely between the NFL, better than the NFL, and then that. Oh, he must have tapped it out. And then not as good as the MLB. Not because the MLB is worth something, but I don't like that rule about the MLB. But because the MLB has such history compared to the other All-Star games, and they're even more competitive, I think. And unlike football and basketball, where you can clearly not try for a game, in baseball, because it doesn't demand a lot of you cardiovascularly and you don't have to be an over athletic person, and he fires a pretty good length of a shot. The games are naturally more competitive, and the players tend not to just slub off, making the baseball game even better than any other All-Star game affair. And then you throw in that it's actually worth something. Sure, that's okay, but if you think about it, last year C.J. Wilson gave up essentially the game-winning home run to Prince Fielder in that game. And if you think about it, C.J. Wilson's team was in the playoffs to end the season in the World Series against the Cardinals. And because he gave up that freaking home run in the All-Star game to win the game, the NL and the Cardinals got that one game of home field advantage that might have tipped the scales in the Cardinals' favor and allowed them to take home the World Series crown. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Some people might beg to differ. It's all up for debate, and that is not a foul. That's ridiculous. But so I'll watch the game though, and if you watch the rookie sophomore game, that one's even probably less competitive than. Because those rookie sophomore guys are probably even more tired than some of the All-Star players are, considering they're still adjusting from going from the college game to the NBA. And some of them might be playing in some other festivities throughout the weekend, so want to preserve some energy for that. That's a steal. So the Bricks are giving us a good contest here, probably because I'm doing too much babbling. And I'm going to call a timeout because my guys are probably a little bit tired. Only a 2-point lead, and we'll get some crowd ambiance going on in the game, too, because ever since I got that subscription update to a virus scan thing, no ambiance, which kind of annoys me. So here we go. Got the background noises on. Got the white noise. I always like having white noise. I sleep with the fan on, so probably translate into my video game playing. Stephanie, instead of going in for the crazy layup, shoots about an 8-footer and knocks it home. Dude, cover that dude. What an elaborate vocab Ahmed has there. And here we go with another bro-on-bro rivalry here in the BBA. And that was a nice give and go, or kind of a screen and roll there. And he gets the lay-in. That's only a 2-point lead for us, bringing me memories of the first half of the season all over again. Probably because of Amir Khan, superior point guard play. We haven't seen that in a number of games. And Ahmed puts that one up, puts it in off the backboard, getting the nice touch there. And these look like wooden backboards, so you're probably getting a lot better rolls than you're going to see on some of the other courts. They're going to shoot a 47-footer from midcourt. And it rolls off the front iron. That could have fallen. That could have brought it within one. The slimmest of margins. Cue my Wayne Larrabee there. And I'm going to keep that lineup, actually. I'm going to get Ahmed some more time to play, considering his bro's on the court, too. You know, he's got the competitive juices flowing. He's going to have, innately, going to have some more energy than some of my other guys.
Shoot, get it!
But I thought it was cool. I'm a huge Gordon Hayward fan. I'm wearing Butler University shorts right now. I actually considered going there for college. Not in college yet, but that was one of the schools I was interested in. I was happy to see him toss it up to Jeremy Evans last night in the slam dunk competition. He's averaging just under 10 points a game. That is Gordon Hayward, and he's a cool player. He's not just over impressive. He plays good defense. He's a hard worker on the offensive end to get open. He's a big, versatile player that can play. He can handle the ball pretty well for a guy his height. He's got a good shot for a guy's height. And he's got good ups for a white guy. So, as they got 2 steals on me, taking one out of my book, and Arlene, really, 97 feet from the basket. That's a good foul. A little counterintuitive there. Well, once again, last night my DePaul Blue Demons took a spill against Providence. So many games, I would say about 8 games have been decided within less than 5 points in those DePaul games. They could have a lot better record, but they don't deserve it. They haven't played up to what a good team needs to play at in the Big East. So they lost again. I was at the game, and I was upset. Yeah, I should get in the game. No kidding, only a 4-point lead here. I kind of like this competition, though. I might be seeing this in the playoffs. I don't think the players, because they're AIs, pick up the pace in the playoffs, but hey, you never know. Maybe I have to pick up the pace, and I'm probably going to do some practicing off screen.
What's it up?
So, one other thing I wanted to bring up, I wanted to thank my loyal devotees to Rim Rattlers cause who came out for every game at the Sandy Flags here. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 fans that come to the game routinely, season ticket holders. You'd think I'd get more with the record that I have, just all things considered, but that's a poor pass there, Ahmed. But I gotta thank those 6 people that came out and watched. Oh, maybe 7. So we got a 4-point lead again. That's a steal. I'm gonna call a timeout. About time for that action. 1 minute left in the first half, and I'm gonna take a little break. My neck's sore, so I'm not gonna talk for the next 5 seconds. All right, it's just because I have to lean over to catch the sound from my computer when I'm recording games with Snagit, which is this game. And that was a longer shot. I'm surprised he hit that.
Contagious, you know.
And I'm not sure who that was. I'm assuming that was Stephanie Morgan, but I haven't heard that sang by her in all season. So a little surprise there. But what was I getting at? That's a nice shot. Oh yeah, I have to pick up the noise myself by leaning forward with the mic, so I can talk into the mic and pick up the noise coming out of my laptop. I want to use Snagit, and that was a steal for me. I just ran away. That's a steal. Playing DB. Oh, that is just beautiful. Well, okay. I take my words back, and that ball is just bouncing around like it were a pinball. They're going to get a violation. No, they're not. And Amir's going to take it 94 feet, it looks like, unless Vicky has something to say about it. Vicky stuffs him. Jocinda with the catch after the block. Gets the ball knocked away from her and then stolen again. So Amir Gets the ball poked away a couple times. He's going to take it to the rack with 5 seconds remaining in the first half. He's going to get himself and his team 20 points. 3 seconds left on the clock. That ball's up. That ball could go. It doesn't. Short, and it's going to carry him away into the sand. So we got a 6-point lead. We're shooting a great percentage, but so are they. Not too much of defense being played in this game. And I'm going to keep the lineup I have right now. I'm going to try to preserve the 2-guard action. And I better get this steal. This ball's been up in the up in the wear. And Amir's just got great ball handling skills. See, Vicky usually gets those types of steals. She's not amazing defensively, but because she's so quick, she usually gets multiple opportunities to get steals. Amir's having none of that. I don't remember what the score was the last time we played the Bricks. Assuming it was somewhat close. I think it was in like game 5. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure where they were in the standings at that time either. And nobody getting back on defense to stop Amir Khan. He gets stopped. That's what we got to force him to do, is take outside shots. Stay with him. And that, I do not concur. And that's a 3 somehow. So I'm just going to be, I'm going to let you guys watch these free throws for a second. Speechless.
Hey, dude, I'm open.
And ready to go.
Come on, dude.
He's got it. Step it up.
How'd that kid do that?
Amir will take the ball.
Okay, so the final one is on the way. He makes it, banks it in. Apparently the bank is open from the free throw line today. Drive-through window, as I would call it. Oh, and stolen again.
And with the ball.
Picking my pocket left and right is Amir Khan. He drives to the hole, stretches there. I disagree with your ability, Mr. Khan. Your brother is my teammate. I'm going to defend his house. I'm going to defend our house and block that and steal it at the same time. Bill Russell you.
Dude, get
That was a big
ball.
play. That was a 4-point swing there.
Passes the ball.
If I can get, I can't even click on Vicky. Dang it.
I need a nap.
Instead, the horn blows. And I'm going to call, no, I'm not going to call a timeout. I got Vicky on the break. And she's going to go to the hole.
Vicky.
I had Stretch there, but he didn't want to run the lane apparently. He wanted to stay out of it. So I let Vicky Lynn take the shot. Little tutu girl.
She has it.
And no steals today. And that's what I can tell. The difference in some of the games that we have huge leads or not so big leads is definitely how we play on the defensive end of the court. Or in transition by getting steals. So it looks like Stretch needs a little blow, and I'm going to go with Vicky. Get that switched up a little bit. And we're going to head back in there. Not who I wanted to go to. I could smell that from a mile away. Oh, and Ahmed's open on the other side. Can he get the pass? He does get the pass and fall away layup.
That's good.
They got some intriguing buildings here on Sandy Flats. They got the Krusty Krab-esque building. They got the Hot Dogger building. I like the boardwalk. And when you look at it in 2005, obviously with the short porch, it's kind of an interesting feel, though. Can kind of convert the 3-point play here is Stephanie Morgan. She shoots it up, and she knocks the first free throw in like the last 6 attempts that we've shot from the charity stripe, and we actually have a double-digit lead, which is a pretty good feat against a pretty good Bricks team. I don't really know how they're below the Jammers or even 6th place in the division. That's a good foul. Jacinda's got 4, though, so I'm going to have to watch her. She's definitely going to get subbed out for.
Amir will take the ball.
Amir's got 21 freaking points, so the backyard kids are really killing us. I'm going to work the 3-man weave down to Ahmed Khan. But Keisha Phillips with a 31 to knock us off the perfect season. Helping out the Miami Dolphins, if there was a Miami Dolphins of 1972 for the Backyard Basketball Association. If you get my drift. And that's a steal for Jocinda Smith. She's going to take it to the hole. I could get her a double-double if this one falls, and that's 10 points for her. I believe she got like 8 assists, excuse me. As well, we got a 14-point lead all of a sudden. And snatched right out of Ahmed's hand before I could react. And that's stolen. At the buzzer! Full court! No! And that hits the bottom of the stanchion. So they shot. They only missed one more shot here in that third quarter, but because we have more shot attempts, allows us to get a pretty comfortable lead here. I'm gonna check. I don't think I can check the assist on Jocinda right now. I'm going to keep this lineup in for right now. I'll probably get those 2 subs in afterwards. Probably get Ahmed a little bit more playing time. He hasn't got nearly as much playing time as some of these other guys throughout the year. And, you know, of course, once again, he's playing against his bro. And that should be another assist for Jocinda Smith. She's got about 8 or 9. I'm going to have to... Unfortunately, I don't want to have her get fouled or commit a foul, but I might have to in order to see how many assists she has. Maybe I'll just keep pressing the issue with her and try to see if I can't force it. I don't like going for these statistical things, but sometimes you just got to do it. Just for your own entertainment, just for getting the milestones for your players too, and especially if you're playing multiple seasons with the team, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do for this backyard basketball one. I'm considering it because of the fact that there are only 2 backyard basketball ones, and I won't additions, and I won't have to get to so many each season. But especially if you're playing with, and that is not a good foul. Especially if you're playing multiple seasons, you want to rack up the milestones, and that is that's just a brother fighting a brother. What can you say? They like to wrestle, and that's not going to fall for Stephanie. She's going to try to get it right off of Amir's hands. Ahmed one-on-one on the fast break, and we got some sibling rivalry heating up here late in the 4th quarter with the 20-point lead. Maybe his emotions are escalating with this sudden drought in offense for the Bricks, and that's a steal for Jocinda Smith. So all sorts of problems defensively, offensively for these Bricks. Stephanie with 2 points. She hasn't scored in a while, so I might as well get her in the works of our offense. And that's a steal for Steph. Let me get it to Jocinda. Get it back to Stephanie. Try to work another assist in for Jocinda, and that's stolen pick pocket right out of the hands of Stephanie Morgan. Probably is getting a little tired out. And their first basket in quite some time. I don't know how that's not a foul on one of our guys.
She has it.
And that's 2 points, so they're turning things around here. Late in the 4th quarter, I'm going to get one more assist for Jocinda, and then we're going to be subbing out. I'm being a little selfish for in terms of getting Vicky, or get out of the way. In terms of getting Vicky and stretch some playing time. And that's 2 points for Stephanie, and that should be an assist for Jocinda. If it's not, so be it. I'm just going to get Stretch and Vicky in there to get them some playing time. And let's see what we have going here. I'm going to check the scoreboard. Can we just see assists? Jacinda's got 12 for sure. Vicky's got 8. Jacinda's got those 4 fouls. I'm going to go with my roster here. Get Stretch in, and then might as well go with the 2-guard lineup here. I'll just go with Stephanie at the forward when we got that combo. And not the guy I wanted to pass it to again. Somehow Vicky's just getting sequestered over there. Trying to guard the 20-point margin, not happening now. Vicky's going to inbound the ball, even though I want her to get a 7-point margin. And unfortunately, Vicky Kawaguchi. Oh, he misses the gimme, the bunny. And that one's to Stretch. Stretch blows by. He gets an assist for himself, it looks like, and that's a 53-35 lead now. 2 more points for Vicky, and I'll be satisfied with my team's statistical performance. And that's a steal for Steph. And that's a steal for whoever that is. Trying to get the ball out of his hands. No one's there. Vicky, chance to reach her 10-point total. Launches one. That is not something you want to hang your hat on right there. And she has a side disappointment. So it's Sandy Flats. We finish off the season on a strong note with an 18-point victory. Palindrome action right now. 21 assists, which is a lot for us. See if we got a double-double. And look at this. Section C of the sports section. February 26, 2012, the Rim Rattlers clinched the division. Outbreak of playoff fever strikes the neighborhood. By finishing the season today, the Rim Rattlers have easily clinched the playoff berth. We're glad to be in the playoffs, but we've got a long way to go, excuse me. Jacinda MVP Smith said afterwards. With our bros and 10 assists, so Jocinda pulled off the double-double, team leader in steals. Vicky Kawaguchi, league leader in points per game. Look at this statistic. Vicky Kawaguchi, who didn't have an outbreak game, it seemed like, all season, somehow leads the league in points, and that is not true. That maybe could be true. This has got to be a hoax because She definitely doesn't lead in these statistical categories. Team leader in steals. All right, so these are just jokes of awards because by no means did these players earn these awards. Yeah. So I don't know if any of them mean anything. There's no validity to any of them because none of these are true. And there we go. We're finally done. And I didn't reach those milestones, but I'll take the awards. Thank you very much. So Jacinta got the double-double, that's for sure. Team trophies. Cactus Division. We won that division. Why don't you hand that over to us? Thank you. But now we're in the playoffs. Playoff team for the Jammers. We'll check out the final standings of everybody. Only 4 teams will make it from each division. It looks like we're going to be playing in the first round. I'm not sure of this quite yet. And the Hackers, because of defeating them. And look at this. That shouldn't be right. Maybe they're tied, but for some reason the margin is different for the Gym Rats. They get the playoff berth, even though they're lower in seeding in that hotly contested swamp division. And look at that, the 5 seed is pulling out the playoff berth. The Gym Rats, they got to be jumping around. The Trash Chuckers, we faced all these teams. Obviously, we pull out a win against every team. We'll see how the Chuckers are, because I'm kind of concerned about that. But I don't know how this is working either. They got to fix these orderings of things. They should be 2. But we're going to look at league leaders and see who really won. And unfortunately, I got an internal error. Anyways, we'll check out the playoff setup next game. You're going to have to be hanging on the edge of your seat because I got a little internal error. I'm going to have to see you guys next time. But then we'll check out the league leaders and the stats and stuff before we go. So thanks for watching this Game 18 and finishing off the regular season. Now it gets down to the real fun action. And hopefully we can go 3 rounds in the playoffs. See you guys then in the first game of the playoffs in the divisional round.